you. Hey, Brookie. This is going to be called Look Ma, No Hands. So we're going to do mostly hands-free. So if you have any wrist issues or soreness, this will be great. Doing a lot from coming from mountain instead of coming from down dog. So that's kind of the big difference. But just start by sitting up nice and tall. Maybe you have another device you can use your music on. So you can look on my playlist and grab one of mine. Mostly what I do is 45 minutes. So hopefully that'll be kind of where we're at with this. Let me see what time it is. Okay. Oh boy. Hold on a second. Once I get rolling, what do we get? Okay, so seated. You're gonna be nice and tall, shoulders above hips, earlobes above shoulders, reaching the crown of the head to the sky. So making the back of the neck nice and long, relax the shoulders, chin parallel to the earth. Just begin to find your breath first. So maybe you can place your palms face up on your knees or face down, either way. And letting go of whatever you did before this and whatever you're going to be doing. I'll just try to keep all that out of our mind, concentrating on the breath. Big breath through the nose. Fill the belly, inflate the ribs, chest rises, little hold at the top. And exhaling through the nose, think about the chest falling first and then engaging the ribs and finally pushing the air out of the belly. So think about, we'll do 4 long, deep breaths. I even just heard my low back kind of crack on the inhale. Think of reaching up tall. And so we'll go from here doing a seated cat-cow. So clasping the hands at the low back or the fingers, we'll inhale and reach the chest forward through the shoulders, reach the knuckles back and down. Big inhale here. You don't need to lean the head back. And on the exhale, we'll clasp the hands in front of the chest, palms facing the body. Exhale, round the shoulders. Draw the belly to the spine. Inhaling again, back, clasping behind. Big inhale, reach. We're opening the upper back and not really so much the lower back. Exhale, this time palms facing away. So clasping the fingers. Getting a nice stretch in the forearms, across the back of the shoulders, and one more each way. Inhaling for seated cow, and exhaling either way with the knuckles for seated cat, and coming back to neutral. Simple twist from seated, inhaling. Right hand up to the sky. If it looks opposite, I guess you can either follow what you see or listen to my words. Exhale, we'll bring the fingertips to the floor or the mat just behind you. Inhale, left arm, reach high, even gaze up high. And exhale, we'll take the left palm to the outside of the right thigh for twist. Again, thinking about that twist coming more from the upper back and the shoulders than the low back. Obviously staying for a breath or two. Inhale when you inhaling, you're making the spine nice and long, and the exhale, maybe use the hand to push yourself a little further into twist. And we'll come back to center. Big inhale. Left arm reaches high. Exhale, make a big circle with the left arm until the fingertips touch the floor. Head turns back towards the shoulder. Inhale, right fingers reach high. And exhale to twist. We'll take the right palm to the outside of the left thigh. Let all the air out. Staying for a couple more breaths. So again, feeling the spine get nice and long on the inhale. Kind of maybe even releasing the twist a little bit to let that air in. Exhale. Push yourself more into twist. And coming back to center. So let's come into a bound angle. We'll just take the soles of the feet together. So finding a placement for the feet, either drawing them really close to the hips or scooching them a little further away. Either way, you want to keep that nice straight back. And we'll clasp the hands under the feet, draw the knees down towards the mat. Maybe you're even like holding on like with the biceps, a little tension in the biceps. And we'll drop the chin to the chest and roll towards the right ear, stopping when the ear is over the shoulder. It's not going to be touching. Exhale through center. Inhale, other side. And floating back and forth a couple times with the breath. And back to center. We'll come from our straight up seated position. We'll lean just back of the sits bones. So when we're up straight, we're on the sits bones. Sit right behind there and we'll clasp around the thighs and draw the belly to the spine. Shoulders are kind of back and down, and drawing both feet or one at a time up till the shins are parallel to the mat. Continuing to breathe. It's really easy to hold the breath during ab work, but you won't be able to do as much of it, so just try to continue with the breath. Maybe reach the hands forward. You take a big inhale. On the exhale, we're going to lower to a hover. And then scoop the hands and come back into boat for the inhale. Again, we lower on the exhale. And think of a scooping up, inhale to boat. And we'll go one more each way, lower. And inhale for boat. We'll take both feet to the mat. We're kind of still in warm-up phase down here on the mat, but we'll get up soon. Scooch the hips forward. We'll lay all the way back. Bringing the feet closer, so knees are bent, soles of the feet on the mat. We'll try to reach the fingertips just till they reach the back of the heels as a starting point. So feet are either hip width or maybe a little further, palms face down. On the inhale, we'll inhale, lifting the hips high, keeping a space between the chin and chest. Pushing into the feet, don't let the knees flail out to the side. So we're reaching the knees straight out from the hips, or even maybe feel like you're reaching them slightly towards each other, although you don't have to make them touch. And we're just going to do a little march from here. So we'll inhale, bringing the right knee to the chest. Exhale, extend the leg to hover. Inhale, right knee to chest. Exhale, bringing the sole of the right foot to the floor, bent knee. So other side. Inhale, left knee to chest. Exhale, extend the leg long to hover. Inhale, knee to chest. Exhale, bringing the sole of the foot down. So one more, both sides. Inhale, right knee to the chest. Both, we're hovering the hips. Exhale, extend. Inhale, knee to chest. Exhale, lower the foot. Inhale, left knee to chest. Exhale, extend left leg. Inhale, knee to chest. And exhale, bringing the foot down to the mat. And we'll lower all the way down, rock and roll. So hands behind the thighs. Just rock back and forth a couple times. And we're gonna rock and roll right up to a squat. So feet are wide, knees pointed away from each other, and find a place. You might need to place the hands behind you, but we're gonna try to come all the way up as you rock forward. So inhale or exhale back and rock forward. Like I said, if you need the hands to push you up, not sure where your squat is, but if you feel really hunched over, and you need to straighten the back up, let the air in, open the chest. You might need to raise the hips a little bit, so you can use forearms on thighs if you need to. If not, if you can kind of sit, you can use the elbows to press the thighs open even. Doesn't matter if heels are on the mat. If you're kind of with heels up, you can stay that way too. So we're gonna go from squat to a forward fold, reaching both hands through. So we've got hands at prayer position. So it's gonna look like this. Inhale, raise the hips, point the hands through. Exhale, squat. 5 times we're gonna go through. So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, squat. Inhale, raise the hips, reach the hands. Exhale, squat. Inhale. Exhale, lost count. We're doing one more. Inhale to reach. Exhale to squat. And from here, we'll just let the head hang, roll up one vertebrae. Well, actually now we're gonna stay in a forward fold with toes pointed away from each other. Maybe grab opposite elbows, little baby pulse. When the toes are pointed out, you can feel that stretch a little bit more on the outer edges of the legs. Continuing to breathe. And then we'll parallel the feet, holding a little bit longer, and feel how that stretch moves more in the back of the legs. Distribute the weight evenly throughout both feet. Bend in the knee is fine. Draw the belly to the spine. And we'll let go of the elbows and pointing the fingertips towards the mat, making a circle up. So we'll inhale, scooping the hands forward. And as the hands come up, we're gonna sit right into chair pose. So now we're shifting the weight into the heels. Finding the breath. Slow the breath down. And we're gonna scoop the hands back and come to the balls of the feet. So as we inhale, we'll scoop the hands, engage the triceps, raise the heels. And exhale, lower the heels. Inhale back. Exhale, forward. Inhale to reach back, raise the heels. Exhale, forward. Couple more, inhaling. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Bringing the hands to prayer. So we're still down here. Shift the weight into the left foot. If you need to stand up briefly and shake out the legs, you can. So we'll take the weight into the left foot. Come to the right toes and we'll just tap times 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Parallel the feet, nice space between them. And we'll take the weight into the right foot, come to the left toe and reach. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's raise all the way to mountain pose. Inhale, reach up high. Little arch in the back. Exhale, draw just the elbows back and down. Chest is still forward. One more time to inhale. Reach high. Exhale, cactus the arms, so elbows reach down. Inhale, up high. On the exhale, we'll step back with the right foot for crescent pose. Arms up high. When you think about, again, distributing the weight in the center between the feet, hip width between the feet at least or more. We're reaching high with the arms, but we're trying to draw the ribs in close, engage the abs. We'll take an inhale. And exhale, we'll dip, and as we dip, bring the hands to prayer and twist towards the bended knee. So we reach right knee down. Inhale, raise through center. Exhale, twist. We're doing 5, so 3 more. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. 1 more, raise. And twist. Back up to center. Step the right foot slightly in and flatten the foot. So back toes pointed to the upper right corner of the mat. Here we're in warrior 1. From here we'll straighten the front leg. Take a deep breath here. On the exhale, we're going to reach forward and out. Hinge at the hips and stop halfway. Taking the right hand to the waist, left hand forward. 4 a few breaths. We'll reach the right hand all the way behind and switch arms. So we reach right arm forward, left arm back. Couple more times, switching right arm back, left forward, little bend in the front knee so we're not extending. Reaching the other way. And then big inhale, both arms forward. And exhale, we begin to fold. So reaching fingertips to the floor. Slowly fold over, let the head hang loose in pyramid pose. From here, we'll take the fingertips to the mat, step the right foot forward, coming to forward fold. We'll walk both hands to the right, trying to keep knees in line with each other. So as you walk the hands to the right, try not to let the right knee also come back. Nice side stretch all the way down the left side. We'll walk the hands through center and walk all the way around to the left. Forward fold with a twist. Back to center, roll all the way up to standing. Inhale, arms up high. Exhale, we cactus arms. Inhale to reach. And exhale, stepping left foot back. So left foot back, pyramid pose, feet are hip width. And from here, we'll take an inhale, exhale, dip the left knee down as you take hands to prayer, twist to the right. Inhale to center, exhale, twist. Inhale, center, exhale, twist. Two more, center and twist, center and twist. Back to center. Don't mind me, I gotta just make sure my iPad lights up again because I'm following something that I wrote. And of course it goes out midway, sorry. Jeez, who'd have thunk? Stand up if you need. Okay, didn't memorize it really. You probably knew what was coming next. Stepping the back foot in slightly and flattening the foot. So back toes pointed to left corner of the mat. Warrior one, arms up high. And then we'll straighten the front leg, big inhale. Exhale, reaching up and forwards, hinging at the hips, stopping halfway. Taking the left hand to the waist, reach right hand forward. Nice big stretch under the right leg, reaching left hand all the way back. And we'll switch the arms. So left arm forward, right arm back. Lots of tension in the arms. Really make it intentional that you're engaging the triceps in both arms. Switch, we switched again. And we'll switch again. Big inhale, both hands reach forward. And exhale to fold. Staying for a couple breaths. Let the head hang loose. And you can place the fingertips down, stepping left foot up to meet right, or they parallel to the right foot. So still about 2 fists width between the feet when we're in forward fold. And we'll roll all the way up to standing. Inhale, reaching arms up high. Gaze up, exhale, elbows back and down, cactus arms. Inhale, arms up high. And exhale, pressing the palms together. We'll bring the hands to the heart. We're gonna step back into warrior two. So first stepping back with the right foot. Bringing the left foot to the center of the mat. We'll step back with the right foot, open the hips to the right. And just making sure we point the front heel to the arch of the back foot. You can take a little bit of weight also into the outside edge of the back foot. So we're trying to keep weight distributed evenly. Left arm forward, gaze is forward, right arm back. Shoulder blades drawing together and down for warrior two. So we're gonna do a little bit of a flow from warrior two. We'll inhale, taking the back hand to the thigh, front palm faces up, and we reach back for reverse. Exhale, taking the left forearm to the left thigh, and reaching the arm all the way over so the top of the arm reaches for the ear. We'll flow back and forth a couple times. Inhale all the way through warrior two to reverse. And exhale, extended side angle. Inhaling back. Nice Nice bend in the front knee. Exhaling forward. Inhaling, stopping in warrior two. We'll straighten the front leg. Reach the hips to the back of the mat and glide the front arm as if over a table. Then we'll open all the way up to the side. Take the left hand to the outside of the leg. Reach the right arm up high for a triangle. So finding your triangle, keeping the shoulders nice and open. Maybe you slide the fingers down towards the mat or slide the hand down towards the ankle. Stay in triangle pose. Taking the right hand to the mat, square up the hips. And we're going to raise all the way up into a power lunge. So we're hinging forward, right foot still back. Now we're on the ball of the right foot, so we squared up the hips. And we're going to lunge forward, bringing the right knee to the chest. So inhale, lunging. You can drag that toe on the way up. Find a focal point. Knee to chest. And on the exhale, crossing right leg over left, sit straight down. So we're not hinging over yet. We'll bring right arm under left. You can use that right toe as a support here, but concentrate maybe a little bit on picking it up and down, learning how to balance in that eagle pose. So right arm under left. You can squeeze the forearms to the backs of each other. Or maybe you could reach the hand all the way around and press hands toward each other. So eagle pose. Sitting nice and straight, but we're sitting nice and low. Reach the elbows to the sky. Pull the shoulder blades apart. Lots of strength in the left leg here. On an inhale, keeping the legs crossed, we'll stand up tall. Calves are crossed. Exhale, forward fold with legs crossed. Let the head hang loose. On an inhale, we'll take the arms out wide, hinge at the hips, all the way to standing. Raise the arms high, raise the knee to chest. Slow and controlled exhale, we'll take the right foot to the mat. Hands to prayer, to the chest. So we'll go to the other side. Bringing the right foot to the center of the mat, stepping, big step back. Back foot is parallel to the short edge of the mat. Front heel pointing to the arch of the foot. Take a look at your bent knee and make sure you can see a little bit of the big toe. So you don't want to sink that front knee in. Staying nice and wide here. Evenly distribute the weight. Reach right arm forward, left arm back, shoulder blades together and down. Take a couple breaths. Just thinking about all the different aspects of this pose. Reaching fingertips away from each other. Take the front palm to the sky. Inhale to reverse. Back arm to the thigh. Right arm up to the sky. On the exhale, right forearm, right thigh, left upper arm to ear. And we'll flow back, inhaling all the way through warrior two to reverse. Exhale to extended side angle. Inhaling back and exhaling forward. Inhaling to warrior two. And exhale, straighten the leg. Think of reaching the hips to the back of the mat. We'll reach the front arm over a tabletop until we stop. Opening up to the left. Open the chest, open the hands. Take the right hand to the outside of the right thigh. Left arm to the sky. Maybe even gaze up also. Anything to help keep the chest open, You can slide the hand to the mat or down the leg. A little bend in the front knee so we don't overextend. Continue to breathe. And we'll square the hips. So bring the left hand down, square the hips, peel the heel up off the mat. So we're back in those crescent legs. Power lunge, reaching both arms forward. On an inhale, we rise. So inhaling, lunge forward, left knee to chest. Exhale, crossing a left leg over right. Begin to dip the hips down. Using the toe if you need to. Left arm, elbow under right. And then pressing the backs of the arms together or winding around a little further for eagle arms. Sit low, reaching fingertips to the sky. Feel the shoulder blades just kind of pull apart. Opening up the back of the shoulders. Inhale to stand, both arms come up high, feet stay crossed. Probably crossed at the calf muscle or at the, and then we'll exhale, forward fold. Forward fold with legs crossed. And we will uncross the legs. And roll all the way up to standing, reaching up high, both arms. Exhale, drawing the shoulders, the elbows back and down. Inhale to reach. Exhale, hands to prayer, pressing hands together, hands to heart. So we'll come into a warrior 3 flow and then probably come back down to the mat. So be nice to have a couple blocks just up in front of the mat here on the highest setting. So you can play with using warrior 3 prep. So we'll take the right foot centered between the 2 blocks. Blocks are about shoulder width apart. Foot is about maybe over a foot behind the blocks. So while taking the weight into the right foot, inhale, reach both hands up high, engage the right quadricep, and we'll float down, hinging at the hips. Raise the left heel up, hips are square, fingertips to the block. So really straighten the extended leg, the left leg in the back. And don't worry so much about the standing leg being straight because you might need a little bend in order to get your balance. And we'll play with taking the hands to prayer here. Finding the breath, engage the core, draw the belly to the spine for warrior 3. We're gonna flow a little bit with this. So inhale, hinging at the waist, hands up high, extend left leg forward. Exhale, you can bend the knee here or just bring it straight back. We'll go right into warrior 3. Inhale to rise. Exhale to lower. Using the blocks or not. Inhaling to rise, engage the abs here. Exhale to lower. And we'll lower the left foot, come back to center, shake up the legs a little bit, taking the left foot centered between the blocks. We'll just do the same thing, other side. Really finding the bottom of the foot, pick the toes up and down. You can lean a little bit into the flat bottom of the toes, but try not to scrunch them up. And we'll inhale, Reaching up high, exhale, hinging forward. Warrior 3 prep. Just means we're using the blocks. Staying here at first. Finding your hands to prayer. Really, we're engaging that right glute. Pointed toes straight down to the mat. Maybe a hold. And we'll flow. Inhale, hinging, arms reach up, foot reaches forward, pull the hips back, and exhale, floating down. Inhaling up, exhale down. Inhaling up, and exhale, warrior 3. And we'll slowly bring that foot to the mat. Inhale, both arms up to the sky. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Nice little bend in the knee. Inhale, halfway lift, so hands to the shins. Flatten the back. Exhale, fold. And we'll come to our seated position. We'll add a couple more abs here and a stretch. And Shavasana. So, coming back all the way to your back again. Knees are bent. So, option to raise the hips. We'll just do it with raised hips, and then if you need to lower them, then you can. That's however you need. Inhale, raising both hips. Keeping that space between the chin and chest. We'll heel toe the left foot a little bit more to the center of the mat, and extend the right leg long to hover. Inhale, left arm overhead. Brace yourself with the right palm down. Exhale, we'll reach left hand to right leg. Also bringing shoulders and head up off the mat. So the inhale is to extend. Exhale to crunch. So I'll let you go as fast or slow as you want. You can stay with hips raised, or you can lower them. We're going for at least 10. And back to center, bringing the right foot to the mat, even the feet out. Raise the hips high again. Sure, they started to sink down a little bit. I know mine did. We'll heel toe right foot to the center of the mat. Extend left leg long, right arm reaches overhead on the inhale. And on the exhale, we reach hand to the outside of the leg. Maybe you lift shoulders and head. And we'll try for 10. And bringing the left sole of the foot to the mat, reaching both hips high. One last time, really push. And on the exhale, we'll roll one vertebrae at a time from the neck down. When you get to the low back, draw the knees to the chest. You can reach around to the shins and just rolling right and left. Nice massage on the low back. Extending the left leg long. You You just relax the left leg. Inhale, we'll draw the right knee closer towards the chest. Staying for the exhale. Inhale, right sole of the foot to the sky, clasping behind the thigh. Just reaching, foot is flexed. Gentle pull, little bend in the knee. Maybe a lot bend in the knee. Maybe you play with straightening the knee and just pulling to see where your comfortable stop is. So not looking for pain. A good gauge to think about is like 80% and then holding. Again, deep breaths. Nice long stretch in the back of the hamstring. You can point and flex the foot. Maybe circle the ankle around one way and the other. Feeling how it affects all the muscles coming up the back of the leg. Inhale, bend the knee again, draw the knee close. And exhale, we'll draw this knee out to the outside edge, towards the outside edge of the mat, to the right. Pulling the knee towards the armpit now. Just kind of getting more into the hips, the inner thighs. We'll raise the foot up towards the sky even and do like a half happy baby. So pulling the calf. So the knee is drawing towards the outside of the body. Foot is nice and flexed. Toes are flexed. And finally we will twist. So bending the knee, big inhale to center. Exhale, float that knee across the body, down to the left. Doesn't need to meet the floor. Let it stop where your body says stop. Right arm reaches out to a T. And the gaze, or the head turns to the extended arm. So head turns right. Draw the right shoulder towards the mat. Take a couple long breaths here. As you inhale, let your body come slightly out of the twist, because the spine will get long with the inhale. On the exhale, maybe you go a little bit further into the twist. You could even use your left palm to the outside of the thigh if you want to give a gentle pull. We'll inhale, bringing both knees to center, a little sway right and left, just kind of bringing everything back to neutral. And we'll extend the right leg, big inhale, drawing the left knee close. Staying for the exhale. We'll take the sole of the left foot to the sky, so clasping behind the thigh. Maybe you do a little bit of straightening and bending, finding your range. And just a gentle pull, pointing and flexing. Rolling the ankle out, one direction and the other. And we'll bend the knee, big inhale. On the exhale, the knee draws towards the outer left side of the body. You can use the hands to gently pull the knee towards the armpit. And we'll take the sole of the foot up towards the sky, reaching to the outside of the leg, half happy baby. Pulling the knee down. And then we'll inhale, knee comes to center. And exhale, left knee floats towards the right side body or the right floor. Left arm extends to a T, head turns left. Couple long breaths. Drawing the right shoulder to the mat. We'll roll back to center, little sway right and left. And finally, Shavasana. So if your low back is kind of ouchy by going into full Shavasana, you can first start with knees wide to the edges of, or I'm sorry, feet wide to the edges of the mat. Knees bent, knees fall together. Let the low back peel up off the mat. We'll take the arms out, palms to the sky, taking up as much space as you want. Or you can extend each heel to the corners of the mat, letting the toes fall away from each other. Staying here, letting the breath just go back to the normal pace. Maybe it feels good to you to take one more deep breath and just let it out. Maybe out of the mouth this time. Relaxing the forehead. Softening the face, the eyes, the jaw. Maybe you pick the shoulders up and down and let them just flop onto the mat. So all the tension out of the neck and shoulders. And taking your attention to the arms, the elbows, the forearms, the back of the hands. Just letting them feel nice and heavy. Letting the belly get soft. And feeling the weight of the hips, the legs, the calves, the heels, heavy on the mat. And I invite you to stay here as long as you can. Count at least 1 minute in your head. Maybe that helps with if any thoughts come into mind and you just want to think of only the breath. You can use counting as a way of just letting go of thoughts. And we can wiggle the fingers and toes, roll out the wrists, even though we weren't really on them today. Take a full body stretch, inhaling both arms overhead, reaching toes in the opposite direction. And exhale to roll up into a ball, reaching the forehead to the knees. Inhale to lower the shoulders and head, letting the knees fall to the right or left. And we'll just use the hands to push into the floor, sitting back up where we started. Nice long spine. We'll take the hands to the heart, inhaling through the nose, deepest breath of the day. Holding at the top, suck in a little more air. And we'll open the mouth, sigh it out. Taking the thumbs to the forehead and being grateful to yourself for making it to the mat today. I am grateful that you are watching this today. Love you, Brookie. Namaste. Here I come to turn it off.